Did you know that there's a new Publix in Wesley Chapel, Florida? It's giant. Come on, let's go. What is the big deal about this new giant Publix? I mean, what's the big deal about it? I mean, it is a huge deal because before this was all just cow pasture. The entire community was a cow pasture, actually, up until a couple of years ago when they built Epperson Ranch. And everybody who lived here and wanted to go to an actual grocery store would have to get in their car and drive a couple of miles just to get to the closest Publix. And now Publix is right here at the entrance of the community. People always ask me as a real estate broker, that's right, I'm a real estate broker. My name's Allison Newlon, by the way, and if you need some help with buying or selling real estate, I can help you with that. But people say, Allison, where's the shopping? I live out here. It seems kind of like the country. I live out here. Where do I shop? Well, now they can shop right here at this Publix. You don't have to use Instacart. It makes it super easy, and you have things to make, to take home. They have all kinds of things here, and everybody's super friendly here. I love Publix, and you can get so many things that you cannot get at other Publixes. I'll tell you, the Publix that people used to use when they lived in this community was an OG Publix, an original type of Publix. Pretty small. It used to be my Publix, and I lived about 10 miles away from it, but it's a couple of miles away from here. Pretty small. Love the people that work there. But this one is many times over in size. And what you can get here, in addition to the famous Pub Sub, which if you don't know about a Pub Sub, you definitely need to have one of those. But they have here, what they have here is they have something like Chipotle. They have a taco and burrito bar. They'll assemble the entire thing for you as you would like it to be to order. Just step in line, tell them what you want, and they'll put it together for you. What if you were in the mood for pizza? You could get it by the slice, or you can pre-order a giant pizza pie. It is a fire oven and it smells delicious. Of course, they have sushi. A lot of Publixes have sushi, but this is next level sushi. As you can see from the video, they are going to town on making the sushi here. Then they have a place called Pour. Pour is the area where you can order and sit down and have a glass of wine. You can have a draft beer. You can get to order a coffee, an espresso, a tea, things like that. You can order the teas, the espressos, the coffees right here. Sit down, inside, outside, upstairs even, and enjoy your beverage. It's a great place, honestly, to study. If you happen to be a student, you can grab your tea or coffee and go on upstairs and have a little peace and quiet, or go outside on the patio. If you live in the community and you want to just get away for a little while, but you didn't want to go far, you didn't want to have to get an Uber to go sit down at a restaurant, because there's not a lot of restaurants right here. You still have to go a couple of miles to go to a chain restaurant. But if you just wanted to get out with your significant other or some girlfriends for a glass of wine for a little bit of time, you could totally do that here. It's very comfortable. It's a bar-like setting. You can sit at the bar, you can sit at the tables. It's a very attractive place to be. This Publix sits right outside of the entrance to the 7.5 acre Crystal Lagoon community called Epperson. But just a little bit north, about 5 minutes north, is the Mirada Crystal Lagoon community. Now that's a 15 acre Crystal Lagoon community, and it's twice the size, obviously, of the Crystal Lagoon that's here at Epperson. But you could, if you lived at Mirada, you could very easily shop here as well. Now, at Mirada, we have our own Publix. That's my Publix, is the Mirada Publix. That's only a couple years old. It's not a super or a giant Publix, so it doesn't have the taco bar, the burrito bar. It has sushi. It doesn't have the pour area. And it's only 5 minutes from the Mirada Lagoon community. And so what about living here at the Lagoon community? Do you know that there are super awesome deals to be had right now? You could live in Epperson on a resale home for just a little bit over $300,000. So between $300,000 and $350,000. I saw those numbers on the multiple listing system this morning. And so the prices go from entry there up to about $1.5 million or so. So there are very many different options for you to live in this community, regardless of what type of home that you're buying. Now in Mirada, new construction is king right now. They're still building out that community, very much so. But when I pulled some numbers this morning, I did confirm that you can get in on a townhome, a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome for around the $275,000 mark. I mean, hello, $275,000 for a brand new townhome, never lived in. It would be yours, first time owner, and you could live there. Now, prices in Mirada, the middle ground pricing would be close to about $450 for single family homes, and then the prices can go on up into the low $1 millions. Those are for the luxury homes by Biscayne and by West Bay, and of course those are more of a they're not more of a those are semi-custom home builders, and you have tons and tons of options that you can choose from because it is a luxury product. In fact, it takes the entire day. You have an entire day when you are picking out your options. They even bring in lunch for you when you buy one of those luxury homes while you're picking out all of your options. In Mirada and in Epperson, there are HOA fees and there are CDD fees. The CDD fee is based on the size of the lot. So it is going to vary whether you're on a townhome lot or in Mirada, even a villa lot. Those are going to be less of a CDD fee than if you're on one of the lots for a standard single family home. If you build a luxury home, the CDD fee is going to be more because the lot is a bigger size, and that is what the CDD fee is based on. And later on in the day, after you get everybody settled, now you want to have girls' night out. Well, y'all can come on down here to the pour section and get a wine, get a beer, just get a craft soda. You could do that. If you lived here in the community, you could do it very simply without having to get an Uber. You could walk, you could ride your bike, you could jog over here. It makes it so convenient to live in this community. If you live in Mirada, you just come on down the road 5 minutes or so and you can do all those same things, or you can just stick with your regular Publix. If you're moving from out of state and you have not experienced what it's like to shop at a Publix, I don't know, everybody who lives in Florida, they have their own Publix. They call their Publix that they shop at, they call it my Publix. You don't say the Publix down the road, you say at my Publix. At my Publix, it is a Florida thing. It really is. And if you are from out of state moving into this area, you will soon know what it's like to have a Publix right in your front or backyard, depending on which community you live on in the area. If you're interested in living in a neighborhood close to this Publix, send me a message. For more information about living in a lagoon community, watch this video.